Hello and a warm welcome back to the Celtic Forever podcast. I'm here myself today. John is not well just now. Hopefully, John will be back on Saturday for the preview of the Celtic and St Johnstone game. So, hope you're feeling better, John. Uh, we're here to go over everything Celtic, obviously. The game in midweek against Lazio, being knocked out of Europe before Christmas again. We'll touch on the game against St Johnstone and some other stuff as well. So, before we move on, if you could hit that like button, that would be superb. We've got so many likes just now on the channel. They're going up and up. So if you could keep doing that for us, that would be brilliant. I really do appreciate that. And also thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel as well, because we're nearing that 3,000 mark. So close to 3,000 subscribers. Can't believe we're actually anywhere near 3,000, to be honest with you. But it's appreciated. So thank you to all of our subscribers. And before we go on to the Celtic stuff, just a wee mention on the promotion to win the Bertie Auld framed Celtic Legends print. All you have to do, as it says on the banner there, is give us the minute you think the first yellow card will be dished out in the St Johnstone game, whether it's Celtic or St Johnstone that receive it. All we're looking for is the minute that yellow card will be handed out. Just leave it in the comment section, and the closest obviously will win that framed Legends print. We've already given away 4 of these. So well done to the Prophet who won the last one. Hopefully you've received that by now, buddy. If not, it'll be today or tomorrow. So as I say, just in the comment section, leave what minute you think that first yellow card will be given out in the St Johnstone game on Sunday. Okay, let's get into this. Celtic out of Europe again, folks, I'm afraid, before Christmas. It wasn't a great watch on Tuesday, was it? You know, we held our own, I suppose, for the first 60, 70 minutes. And as soon as they brought on a half-decent striker, the defence couldn't cope with it immobile. So, you know, they got their 2 goals. And we get knocked out of Europe. That's just the way it is. We're out of Europe. So what can we do? What can we do about it? You know, our form isn't great just now. I know we beat Aberdeen 6-0, but we drew with Motherwell at the weekend there, and then we lose to, I think, a pretty poor Lazio team. Tell us what you think in the comments. I think it was a poor Lazio team we were up against there. I'm sure, I was sure, sorry, that we were going to take something out of that game. But we've got to bear in mind as well that we were ravaged with injuries as well, up to 4 or 5 top players out injured. So that depleted our team a wee bit. You know, the game was. I don't think we ever looked like we were going to score, did we? Apart from the Kyogo chance, you know, he hit by the post, through the legs and by the post. That was the closest I think we came to a goal, and obviously when it was 2-0, we had that penalty claim at the end as well. So there wasn't, apart from that, there wasn't really many chances on goal. But we held our own up to about the 70th minute, and then obviously they got their goal to put them ahead. So it finished 2-0 to Lazio, finished bottom of the group, 1 point, and all we've got left is the dead rubber against Feyenoord, obviously, in the last game of the Champions League this season. So what can we do to improve for the Champions League next season? Well, obviously it's going to be signings, isn't it? We're going to need better signings. Brendan Rodgers, he's already asked for quality. You know, a massive message to the board there. You know, we need quality in the group going forward. You know, let's have a wee look at the signings he's made so far, Brendan. You know, it doesn't look great on paper, does it? You know, Kwon, he's hardly kicked a ball. Talio, he's hardly kicked a ball. Yang, you know, he's a development player. You know, he's a project, really, isn't he, Yang? But he is a decent player, but you know, is it what we need for the Champions League? Leave your comments in the comment section. Thiago Home, nah, not good enough for me in the Champions League. Naroki, not seen much of him, so can't really tell. Laga Bielke, same as Naroki, not seen much of him, so hard to tell. And obviously, Palmer is probably the most decent player that he's signed this season. So, yeah, Palmer gets pass marks there. Obviously, we brought in Phillips and Bernardo on loan. So bringing these two players in on loan, it's no Champions League quality, is it? Well, that's what I think anyway. So as I say, leave in the comments if you agree or disagree. Are any of these players that Brendan has signed, are any of them good for the Champions League level? I would say the only one out of them is potentially Parma and Yang. The rest are no Champions League level. So what do we do? As I said, well, it's down to funds, isn't it? How much money is Brendan going to get to sign players in January? How much? I say he'll get maybe roughly 10 million. Tell us what you think in the comment section. How much Brendan will get to spend in January to strengthen the team. Bed these players in through the summer and then have them ready for the Champions League next season. It sounds good, doesn't it? But is it going to happen? We can only wait and see what's going to happen there. So that's that. There's not much else we can really say on that. Is we need players, we need signings. It's as simple as that, really, isn't it? But yeah, I'd say we need maybe 4 signings, another 4 top quality signings in the squad before we can even make a dent in the Champions League. Another question, I suppose, is: are we Europa League level just now? Or can we compete in the Europa League just now? With these injuries we've got just now, I think even that's debatable. We need every one of our players fit and ready to play to compete even in the Europa League level. Because how do you think, leave in the comments again, how do you think that team would have coped in the Europa League against Europa League teams? Do you think we would be winning games? Do you think we would be drawing games, losing games? I'm not sure. But obviously there is quality in the team. There is quality there. Callum McGregor, Kyogo, who else? Carter Vickers at the back. Hatate when he's fit, obviously. Maeda when he's fit. There is sprinkling of top quality in the team there. Johnston at right back. There is some quality there, but we just need an extra 3 or 4 top quality players to add to the team, and then I think we'll be ready to at least compete in the Champions League and definitely compete in the Europa League. Okay, we'll leave that there because I'm sure everybody's sick and tired of hearing what went on Tuesday night. It wasn't great, was it? It was demoralising, to say the least, to watch us going down to a pretty poor Lazio team, I would say. A team, Lazio, who, I don't know, lost 4 in the last 6 games, something like that, sitting in the middle of the Italian league. I was more than convinced we were going to take something out of that game. But as I say, we'll leave that there, everybody. We'll leave it there, and we'll move on to matters at home. St Johnstone on Sunday, 12 o'clock kickoff, I'm sure. We need to pick ourselves up, don't we? Because the game against Motherwell wasn't great either. We can't really afford to be dropping any more points. Let's be perfectly honest. The Motherwell game was a tough watch. We played well, but we couldn't break that Motherwell defence down. And then we've got St Johnstone, who are going to play, I think, the same way on Sunday. They're going to pack that defence. They're going to really pack it in there with 2 lines of 5, possibly, to try and shut us out. But it's up to us to break that down. But what I will say is we need to start picking up the points again, because we don't want to be giving Rangers any encouragement in this league. We want to start pulling away from Rangers in the league. And obviously, the sooner we get the injured players back, the better. Obviously, on Sunday, we'll have Parma back because he was suspended against Lazio. So we'll have him back. But we'll go into more of the detail on the St Johnstone game on Saturday when John and myself do the preview podcast. So that's it's just a wee quick 10-minute pod just to update on some of the things that have been happening. I'll run through the promotion one more time. A great chance to win it, everybody. All you have to do is tell us when the first yellow card will be given in the game against St Johnstone on Sunday. Whether it's a Celtic player, whether it's a St Johnstone player, we don't really care. All we're looking for is the minute that yellow card will be handed out. And don't forget to add your seconds as well, because it gives you a much better chance of winning the Bertil printout. And you can have up to 5 guesses as well. So every individual person can have up to 5 guesses. So it does give you a good chance. I'd say we've got maybe about 30 guesses in just now. So yeah, get your guesses in, folks, to give yourself a chance of winning the Framed Legends print. Alrighty, there's not really much more happening, apart from the Celtic players obviously went to see the Pope. So that was nice to see, I suppose. I think the picture I saw, it was Callum, Brendan, Carter Vickers, the Pope obviously, and a couple of other players were there. So it was a nice picture, and they went to see the Pope in Rome, so that was nice to see as well. Any other news? Not really. There's not really any other news. There's no other news on the injury front. I think all of our injuries are more or less long term. But yeah, that just about wraps it up, folks. That wraps it up. So don't forget to hit the like button. That would be really, really appreciated. And the subscribe button as well, but especially the like button, because we want to try and get these likes up. It helps the channel out immensely. So we'll be joined by John on Saturday. Hopefully John's feeling better by then. I think it's just a bit of a flu he's got just now. I had it as well all last week. I'm just about to shake that off. So hopefully John's feeling better on Saturday. And we'll join you all on Saturday afternoon for the preview against St Johnstone. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate that. Hail, hail.